Start off nice and easy. Nice and easy. Yeah, we're starting to be good. Nice and easy. Yep. Now we're gonna have a little Twitch sound, is it? Alright, cool. Yeah, we can't have that. That's the one thing I will not allow. Let you folks know what's good. Let you know what's good. We got a lot to talk about today, you guys. A lot of good stuff. Not a lot of crazy stuff, but a lot of good stuff. Let a couple of you guys run on in here real quick. Y'all go ahead and climb on in. Y'all climb on in. What's good? What's good with y'all? What's good? Y'all go ahead and climb on in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your girl, Farrah. I can't wait for her to come out, man. The Farrah with the Melina combo is going to be absolutely dirty. It's going to be dirty. Alright, let's get straight into this, man, because I don't want this to be too long of a live, but I do want to go ahead and get you guys this information. So without further ado, we're about to go ahead and get this thing started. Let's kickstart it off right real quick. Let's kickstart it off right, you feel me? YouTube. What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Peaks. Back with another banger live stream, man. And today, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Couple of leaks, man. Whole lot of good news, man. Especially with the cameo system, dude. Without further ado, man, we about to just jump straight into it, man, because there's a lot of good news, man, across the board. MK is finally doing its thing where it's finally going and gradually making its way towards an elevation other than a downward slope, which that's been happening for a really long time, you know. But we're finally seeing some type of elevation come with this game, man. And it's really starting not only with this character right here that you guys see on screen, but Takeda as well. Takeda and Farrah, I want to say by far, is the best thing that they could have done in order to basically kickstart this new era of Mortal Kombat, like this new upward slope for this game. There's also been a lot of cameo changes, you guys. So a lot of the cameo fighters, like you see Frost, she got a rework. I think Kano ended up getting a rework too. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we're getting a lot of cameos who are basically getting reworks. Once again, you know, and I say this time and time again in every single live, you guys, that the game is 100% not finished. And it shows with the reworks, you know. It was like we were playing a beta inside of a beta inside of like an actual game, which we're probably going to get the full game starting this year, really. You know, a lot of good stuff is really going to come more so around September time, where you got the leaks for like Noob Saibot, you got the leaks for Jade, you got the leaks for all sorts of crazy characters, T1000, Ghostface, all those little crazy guest characters that we're going to end up getting. Conan the Barbarian, you know, so it's a lot of good stuff, you know, that's finally coming to this community, and really, I think it was really just about patience. You know, when they released the game. You know, I feel like they were trying to compete with the other fighting games inside the market, which did not really work in their favor. But now they're finally finding their legs. You know, and we're finally seeing a lot of good stuff coming from out of this game. So for Farah, mix up, damage, combo. Just all around the board, you know, she looks good. If you guys have seen any of Farah's gameplay, which I couldn't show you guys the trailer in just a second, but for what I've seen so far, Farah looks good. She looks like a really good cameo. Mix-ups, really good. So she's going to be really good for the characters that have like overheads and low moves. So like your Melinas, your Johnny Cages, your Raidens, you know, even though I don't like two of those characters out of the roster. But she is mix-up heavy, as well as damage. I think they are bringing back Pain and Gain, which was an ability she had in MKX. Pain and Gain, basically what it does is it hurts the player, right? Takes a little bit of health, but it also adds damage to the player as well. So let's say you are going against an opponent and you are doing a 40%er combo, right? That 40%er would turn into a 45%er instead of just a 40%er. So that's really interesting to see. I would really like to see how this is going to pair up with someone like Shao Kahn, who has the Dark Blade ability, or the Dark Axe ability, where he basically has the axe glows and it does a little bit more damage. Combine that with Pain and Gain, and you're probably going to get like a mix that we used to have when it came to someone like, what was his name? Kodo Khan, right? You guys remember when he was able to just like hit like 20 different totems inside the game and just do like massive damage? I think we're going to see another one of those, but it's going to be with Shao Kahn. So, really crazy stuff. On Friday, what do you think they will reveal at Comic-Con? So, for Comic-Con, which was actually a topic that I was going to actually discuss, which a Comic-Con is going to be, I think it's this Friday, right? I got to check my map, hold on, or my calendar. Because I'm like super off on days, you guys. Super off on days. But if I had to guess, yep, it actually is this week. Yep. So for this Comic-Con, right? I think that they're going to go ahead and release Combat Pack 2. I think that's going to be the biggest thing that we're going to see, you guys, is the Combat Pack 2 release for this game, right? So you are going to see Ghostface, you know, T1000, and it's kind of going to be like the same thing that they did for the Pack 1, only it's going to be for Pack number 2, right? And this is going to be really, really good stuff, because I think for the Combat Pack 1, they actually released it at Comic-Con for last year. Now they're doing the same thing for this year, right? So I would not hold it against them if we were to see all of these characters by Friday, you know? And then we start gradually getting them in September. I know for a fact that in September, that's when they're going to start leaking a bunch of stuff. And then we're going to start finally getting our hands on a bunch of those characters, right? So we got until the summer. Summer's going to end. September is going to hit. You know, it's going to be time for people to go back to school, for the kids and stuff to go back to school. And then that's when we're going to start seeing, you know, your characters like Jade, Noob, Saibot, you know, start finally getting released inside the game. So, really exciting stuff, man. I can't wait to see what they're going to finally release on Comic-Con. Everybody knows that they're going to release something, but they don't know what they're going to release, you know? I believe it's going to be Combat Pack 2, you know? As for, like, the game modes and stuff, I think they're going to gatekeep and hold off for a second. But Combat Pack 2 for sure is gonna get released. Speaking of Combat Pack, we have these two characters right here. We have Cyrax&Sector. They have been gender swapped, as you guys can see. But I'm not going to lie to you, man. The renders for these two characters, they look pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to complain until I see gameplay of these characters. I would like to see how the gameplay is going to be for these characters. And if the gameplay sucks, then I'm going to be disappointed, right? They're already the losing candidates for this timeline because you've taken a fan favorite character and made the gender swap for those fan favorite characters because of the whole different universe things, and you want to do things a little bit different, right? But really, in all reality, if you really wanted to do this setup, I would have said do those for cameo first. But that's just me. And this is nothing against these characters being feminine or anything like that, right? I see it more so as these characters were already fan made characters, right? So they already had their own like foundation, their own grounding, if you would, right? For since forever, right? So why would you go and you change these characters into feminine characters now? Why all of a sudden are we making the switch? Like, I understand why they would make the switch, but at the same time, I understand why a lot of people are upset as well, right? Sector, Cyrax&Sector, Noob, Cyvot, Ghostface, T1000, Combat Pack 2, right? Yep, so either that lineup, or it's going to be Cassie or Jackie Briggs. So that's the lineup that I'm predicting. But from what everybody is saying as of right now, I think it's going to be Cyrax&Sector. Those two are going to be the characters that everybody is looking to be for the running candidate for Combat Pack 2. If not Combat Pack 2, then we're going to definitely see those other characters, the Combat Kids, inside of Combat Pack 3. So those gears for those characters are already in the game, so it's pretty much confirmed at this point, unless NetherRealm decides that they're going to hit the switch on those characters and, scrap the whole idea. But right now, that's what we're looking at. So here's another rendering of Cyrax. And once again, I think it looks pretty good, right? If they're going to take this route, to make this character look a certain way like this, I think it looks clean, Once again, let me get the gameplay for this character first. Let me see how the character plays. Then I will make a final decision. I really don't care whether the character is feminine or masculine. It does not matter to me, you guys. But the character is in the game, and I can't complain too much that the character is in the game. As an actual person, as opposed to having the Borgs. So you get the best of both worlds if you really think about it. You get the Borgs inside of the cameo, and then you get the character as a playable character. For a playable character, basically. So that's my take on that. The Thinny has something to say, you guys. Shout out to that boy, the Thinny, once again. 9 for 10, the Thinny. Really, bro, the Thinny, Interloco, you guys. Oh, and Ice Cream, you scream. We all scream for Ice Cream. You guys have just been quite literally carrying the channel when it comes to a lot of these lives, man. So I just want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to all three of you guys, man. But let's go ahead and read what your boy the Thinny has to say, right? So I don't usually cover leaks, but I make some exceptions sometimes, and this is one of them. So he basically goes in, right, and he talks about the leaks that, number one, NetherRealm is basically getting rid of the mobile version for Mortal Kombat, right? So Mortal Kombat Mobile and Mortal Kombat Onslaught, bye-bye. And they pretty much laid off that entire team because they're not making enough money on that end for them to make this whole like mobile thing work, right? I think at some point it was working with the Mortal Kombat Mobile when they released it for MKX, but after that, I don't think that they were making any money after that, you guys. So when MK Onslaught, it was a total flop. Nobody really played it. It was more of sort of a role-playing game. But I will say this: if you are looking for free stuff, before I actually continue with the Thinny's tweet, you have to reach level 20 inside the mobile game in order for you to basically get your stuff, right? So it's really simple to get to hit level 20, right? They start you off with pretty much 1 million coins. I downloaded the other day, right? I'm already at level 10. It's not that hard to get that far. You probably be able to put in like 2 hours inside the game and hit level 20. So if you're willing to put in the time to basically like hit level 20 on the Mortal Kombat Onslaught, maybe like play something like on your console while it's running in the background, because the characters do fight for themselves, just level them up. You know, let them fight for themselves, and just basically just keep cooking to continue. That's my best advice for how to basically get this voice announcer. I think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it. You know, just to get the voice announcer for this character, because like why not? It's free stuff, right? Tekken Akuma, Street Fighter. Okay, so you must have seen my community tab. For Akuma as a guest character, I think that would be fire to have, and I probably will end up doing a video for a Combat Pack 3 wish list. Because if they did decide to do that crossover with Akuma, since they are having that crossover with Sub-Zero, and there's been a lot of talk about that crossover, I think that we're going to get a character from Street Fighter, you guys. That is all speculation, though. I have no evidence whatsoever that to back up my claim, you know, this character, you know, coming into our universe and our character coming into their universe, right? There's no evidence to back that up whatsoever. But what I do know is that there is a lot of rumors and there are a lot of talk about a Mortal Kombat character potentially being inside of Street Fighter. So I'd say, you know, reciprocate that same energy, you know. If we're going to put a character inside your game, let us get a character inside our game, right? And we know Akuma is very known for jumping, you know, from game to game. I think Akuma was actually in Tekken 2 as well. So I wouldn't, you know, hold it against him to bring Akuma inside of MK. And let's be real, he fits the description for a fighter that would potentially be like a savage, you know, kind of warrior type of character, you know. I'd like to definitely see like a couple of fatalities, maybe like send him to like the Shadow Realm or something like that. You know, the little thing that he does, you know. But yeah, Akuma for MK, dude. I would definitely love to see it. Once again, if you guys do want to get this reward for the Mortal Kombat Mobile, once again, you have to reach level 20. It will not take that long to do. Is it worth it? I do think it is. You're getting a free voice announcer. So, the Thinny. The Thinny goes out and says this right here, right? Basically, he lets us know that the NetherRealm Studio team has basically laid off their mobile team, right? Because nobody is playing Mortal Kombat Onslaught. And then we also have a couple of leaked news. But the Thinny just says that it is just leaked news, right? Nothing was data mined. Nothing was, you know, no research was put into a lot of this stuff. It is just speculation. So I guess one of the insiders from the team that ended up getting laid off leaked a little bit of information. So this is just word of mouth as of right now, right? So we got SDCC will indeed have a trailer, right? Have no clue what SDCC would be. Maybe you guys can go ahead and speculate that in the comments down below. But that is the thing. You will see Melina turn into something else. So, this is really, really interesting that they said this, right? Now, you could speculate that Melina goes full-blown Tarkat inside of the story expansion, right? But, the Thinny puts out a wink face right after this, right? So, would it be too far-fetched for me to say that this could mean that we're getting animalities inside of the game? Now, this might be a stretch, right? But Ed Boon did say in an interview something about animalities. And now we're getting this right here. So you will see Melina turn into something else. So what would she be turning into, right? This further speculates that animalities are going to make an appearance inside the game, you know? And as NetherRealm continues to just add new modes inside of this game, I wouldn't hold it against them to put animalities inside this game. Now, there was a glitch going on a couple of months ago, you guys, where there were slots inside of the fatality slots. And shout out to that boy, Holy Venom, because Holy Venom ended up finding this information before anybody, right? Holy Venom basically went in and he saw the slots, right? And the slots basically can't. For the guest characters, there was only 2, right? For the main characters, there were 4 slots altogether, right? But you can only get up to 2 fatalities inside of this game that we know of so far. So would it be too far-fetched to say that we are getting animalities for this game. I'm going to leave you guys to speculate that, right? All this is, once again, this is all speculation. I'm going to let you guys theorize and figure out what this is, right? You will see Melina turn into something else, right? So not just turning into something, but something else, right? So could that mean an animal? I don't know. Once again, it's just speculation. So the DLC story will have 3 characters. I think we already know who those 3 characters are going to be. They're going to more than likely be Cyrax, Sector, and Noob Saibot, right? Or it is Noob Saibot, Cassie Cage, or Jackie Briggs. But I don't think they're bringing the combat kids inside of the game just yet. So that leaves us to speculate that it is more than likely going to be the characters from the Lin Kuei, since that is basically going to be the premise for the story expansion. It's going to be the Lin Kuei versus the Shirai Ryu, starting off with the big wedding. So we are going to see a lot of appearances from the Cyrax and Sector side of things, right? As well as Bihan, who is going to be Noob Saibot, right? And it really all makes sense because all of them are Lin Kuei. So there's that. The DLC story is 5 chapters long. So there you guys have it. This right here confirms that it's going to be 5 chapters from what these guys are saying, right? From what these guys are saying. Once again, this stuff is all speculation. So the DLC is going to have DLC story, and it's going to be 5 chapters long, right? That's not too bad for a story expansion. I feel like that's a decent amount, you know. Will they have another story expansion? Probably not. This is going to be it, you know, the story expansion. They're going to make a little bit of cheddar off of a couple of people, and then that's going to be that, right? So I think we ended up getting 13 chapters for the original game. We're getting half of that inside of this DLC. And then release date looking to be September, which is actually funny because I said that a lot of stuff was probably going to get released in December. I'm going to guess and speculate that it's currently going to be in the middle of December. Probably around the 14th, 15th, we're going to start seeing these characters finally start making an appearance inside the game, right? Alright, so remember, this is leaks. This is not data mine. Once again, this is all speculation. So once again, shout out to that boy, the Thinny, for finding this information, man. So far, he's been 9 of 10. So, hey, I would not hold it against NetherRealm if all of this stuff was 100% confirmed at some point, right? And mind you, this was the people that did. This is an insider, right? That got laid off. So at this point, he probably doesn't care anymore, right? And not only that, you guys, but these people were inside NetherRealm Studios as well. So we could probably get some good, juicy information out of a lot of this stuff, right? Alright, so Comic-Con, we know what's going on with that. Season 7, alright? Season 7. According to Ice Cream, You Scream, We All Scream for Ice Cream. There was a post by one of the developers that said that there are only going to, or I don't think it was the developer, I'm sorry. It was from, what is his name? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Man. But it's a leaker, I don't remember his name. But he's like literally never wrong. He's never wrong, right? And he ended up telling us that we're only going to get a couple more seasons, you guys. So, Season 7, I think we're probably going to get, like, all the way up to Season 10, and then they're going to just cut the seasons all together, right? So, not everybody on the roster is going to get a season. It's only going to be a handful of people, and then they're going to be done. And I think they're going to let Invasions play out the way it's going to be played out, right? Fate Unknown. That's who it was. Fate Unknown, right? So Fate Unknown basically came in and said that, you know, we only got a handful of seasons left, right? So enjoy the seasons while you guys can, man. Make sure you guys are using your coins inside of the season, right? Make sure you guys are using your coins. Get the free stuff while you guys can, right? Because eventually it's going to be in store and you're going to have to use the dragon crystals to buy them, right? And nobody wants to buy stuff with dragon crystals. We're already making enough microtransactions as it is, right? Alright, so hopefully you guys are ready for some leaked stuff because we got a little bit of leaked news. So we got Lee May and Takeda, right? both of these characters are in the game, right? You and Kenshi are you and Kenshi are, and then he cuts her off and says cousins, distant cousins, right? So pretty interesting to see. Kenshi and Takeda are both related. So that's a little bit of inside lore for you guys, for your boy Takeda. I really cannot wait for them to finally release this character. It's gonna be a great day when Takeda comes out, man, and you see a lot of players playing him, and he doesn't look cheap at all, you guys. So I can't complain if I do lose a Takeda player, and I will be playing a lot of Takeda. Unlike your Homelanders and your Raidens, you know, those guys, you guys don't get a pass, but Takeda, you guys get a pass. Any Takeda mains out there. So this is a little bit of information for the story expansion. Hello, everybody. How you doing, my boy? Mortal Kombat, or some movie as character, lol. Let's see. When's Warrior Shrine? We still don't know. We still don't know when Warrior Shrine is. I speculated that Warrior Shrine could be a mixture of characters or a creative fighter, right? Once again, shout out to that boy Holy Venom, because I did see something on his channel where there was a game mode of Invasions, right? And there was Ashura mixed with Kano, right? So it was an Ashura mixed with a Kano, and the character was able to use the cameo ability inside of the character, right? Now, we already have cameos, right? So it wouldn't be crazy to have that in there, right? But I think it would be interesting if you were to actually add like a cameo and like 2 other fighters that you would use as like your ability, right? And we saw a little bit of this at the bottom of the pyramid when you guys saw the ending for MK1. So for Tanya, we have this right here. This is for the story expansion, you guys. So keep in mind, once again, this is for the story expansion, right? So we got Tanya, Empress. So this is Empress Tanya. Your armor failed to detect that too, ? And then we have another dialogue from Tanya, the Empress. We can get past if I can claim her, right? So I'm guessing that these are going to be the voice lines or the script that the actors are going to end up following for the story expansion. So we also have Melina, or Chaos Melina, which Chaos Melina seems like she's going to make another appearance, which is absolutely fire, you know. Hey, what can I say, man? I'm a sucker for Melina. What can I say? By filling her empty belly, and then we have another dialogue from her. Orion is famished. She hasn't fed in days. Now, this is huge, right? She right there just blatantly said that Orion was going to be, or make an appearance inside the game, right? So Orion is going to be in the story expansion if this leak right here is true, right? And you guys can see right here that is Act 358, which means that this is some type of script of some sort, right? Not only that, but, you know, Orion, hey, so does that mean we're going to actually be able to see, like, Onaga or something like that? Like, since Orion is in the game, you might as well put Onaga in there, right? So I think that's what the direction they're gonna take for the story expansion. I think we might end up seeing Orion, Onaga, and I think we're gonna end up also seeing Chaos Havoc, just basically like wreaking havoc inside the game, right? So pretty neat stuff, man. I'm all for it, you know, for a low price. For a low price. Don't make the story expansion $39.99 like you did for MK11, which is probably gonna be, but hey. So here we got Chaos Kenshi. He is ours, Lord Havoc, as well as Titan Havoc. When I return, there will be anarchy, right? Which is really interesting because there was something that I read about an anarchy Liu Kang, right? I don't know if that's like a chaos version of Liu Kang. I don't know if he's fighting against Titan Havoc. I don't know, right? But expect to see a lot of deaths inside of this story expansion, you guys. A lot of deaths. Alright? And this was Act 315. So I'm guessing that a lot of this is gonna be for the script. Once again, really good stuff. And then we got this right here. So I covered this in a previous live, right? But I know a lot of people did not see that previous live, right? So Noob Saibot, if you guys don't know already, has been confirmed to be inside of the game, right? So it is 100% confirmed. Noob Saibot is going to play a part inside the story expansion. Not only that, but he is also going to be a playable character. As you guys can see right here, we have an A to B conversation, just like how we had for a couple of other characters that were released, which a lot of people speculated were like Peacemaker, Homelander, Omni-Man, you know, and so on and so forth, right? So we can already speculate that 9 times out of 10, anytime you see the script that looks like this right here, it is more than likely confirmed that this character is inside of the game, right? Now, I know Photoshop is a crazy world, right? But as of right now, you guys, I don't think any of this stuff is Photoshop. I think a lot of this stuff is 100% legit when it comes to this right here specifically. Not only that, but Natara, we had a bunch of leaks for her before the game even came out. And now we're getting this stuff for Homelander as well and Noob Saibot, man. So super exciting news for those who actually like to see Noob Saibot in the game. He is going to be playable, and I think they're going to make that big reveal happen at Comic-Con. So there you guys have it, man. That is all the information that I have for this week, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the whole live, man. We did cover a lot of good stuff. I'm super excited to see Farrah finally make an appearance inside of this game, as well as Takeda, dude. Super excited to see Takeda, but I really am excited to see how Farrah mixes up with Melina, man. But if you haven't already, man, go ahead and drop a like on this live stream, man. I will be dropping a little treat for you guys. A little treat for you guys this week. Alright? So, be on the lookout for another vid for this week, man. Because I got some pretty funny stuff for you guys, man. Alright? A little bit on the channel update, which I will update you guys on this real quick before I head on out of here. So I am going to continue to do the MK live videos for Monday. So every Monday we are going to do a live stream, right? To basically go ahead and get you guys all this information for any leaked news, anything that happened crazy inside the community, anything that happened with the modded community, and just basically keep you guys up to date on everything that's going on, right? And then as of the rest of the week, right? There are going to be a couple of shorts that I am going to drop, right? I'm going to probably keep it to around 3. Don't be surprised if you don't get a bunch of shorts. You know, sometimes it might just be 1. You know, sometimes it might be 3, right? But be on the lookout for a couple of shorts because I am going to be throwing a couple of shorts on the channel as well. Maybe it might be a little bit of leaked information sometimes. Other times it will be a couple of funny clips. You know, because I do want to go ahead and get some of that gameplay. There's been a lot of delicious gameplay that I've been collecting over the past course of, I want to say a month, really. And then I also am going to have at least one vid lined up for you guys, whether that's like leaked news, something crazy that happened in the community, right? Just something in general, right? So be on the lookout for those, you guys. More than likely, I'm going to be posting a vid on Thursday. So be on the lookout for lives on Monday, vid on Thursday, and then just a couple of shorts in between all that stuff, right? But I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I love each and every one of you guys, man. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button, man. And if you like this video, man, comment down below what your favorite leaked information was for this vid, man. But this is Peeps. I love each and every one of you, man. And I'm out. Peace. Oh, what's good, Takeda, MK1? You might want to play back the live, man, because I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. But there was a lot of good stuff that did get leaked. So, you might want to play back a lot of this stuff. Tomorrow, Takeda. Yep. So, tomorrow, Takeda, you might see a live for tomorrow. But just for Takeda specifically. But alright, man, I will catch you guys later, man. I love each and every one.